right, rise and shine, rise and shine. Early morning information. Make sure you hit that like button, share and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and send this to everybody that you know, especially younger people. This is going to be a very beneficial live stream for a lot of people. A lot of times when people talk about business, they talk about it on a high level. Good to see you, Lolita. Beautiful. A lot of times when people talk about business, they talk about it on a high level. They talk about step 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You never see people talk about step 1. You don't ever hear that. You usually hear people when they talk about business, they talking from the point of view of, you're doing some big grand business, or you're already in business and they're giving you advice after you're already in business. But this here, I'm going to go through all of that. I'm going to go from the very beginning. There's going to be a bunch of series on this. And today we're starting at step 1. Okay. Now, this is going to be very motivational for you. Very. This is going to be very motivational. I think I need to say this a couple of times. I hope I remember. A lot of times, if you have a job and you want to go into business, a lot of times it's best to go in a very small business at first. Because with a small business, you can make small investments that can make a lot of money, could make a medium amount of money, or can make a little money. But you can take your baby steps so that you won't just be losing investment money. You don't want to lose investment money. Good to see you, Kathy. Good to see you, Blue Market, Onyx. And so this is for you to take your little baby steps and start small businesses and huge businesses. It's basically the same process starting. And we're going to get into it. I'm going to show you some steps that'll stop you from making mistakes early in the business. I'm going to show you what I learned when it comes to starting businesses. And with these steps I'm going to give you, you can have 2 or 3 businesses without putting a lot of money out, with a larger opportunity to make money. So we're going to talk about that. If you have, let's say you got a business and you're selling female hair care products and combs and brushes and things like that, you can start that business with very little money. And so now you're catering to that market. So then you could turn around now and you can sell things like cups and plates and forks, kitchen items. Once again, a little money. Now you have two audiences to target. You see, when you go in a Target or a Walmart or a Costco, technically, you're going in a lot of businesses, and they're putting a lot of businesses in one business. Have you thought about that? They're in the lawn and gardening business. They're in the clothing business. They're in the cookware business. They're in the children clothes business, adult clothes. You ever thought about that? That when you go in those stores, it's a lot of businesses in one location. So they're going to always make money because they're going to make the lawn money or they're going to make the candy money or they're going to make the children clothes money. They're going to make the houseware money, cooking items, toys. Next time you go in a Walmart, every time you go in a different section, maybe scratch some on a piece of paper and see how many sections it is. And they're in all of those businesses under an umbrella business. Like the new age department stores. See, department stores have what? Different departments. Put a bunch of businesses together. Now you can't miss. Well, you might have a job, you might not have a lot of investment money, but you can be a small department store. You can have 2 small businesses. You can have 3 small businesses that won't clash, that won't take a lot of money, especially if you find somewhere local where you can get your products in a day or two, which means you don't have to have everything on stock. You can wait till the order comes in and actually get what you need and sell it. So, like if you got a place where I just make up something like brooms, and there's a place near you where you can get brooms wholesale, and you want to sell brooms. Well, you don't got to go there and buy 1,000 brooms, 100 brooms. You only got to buy 2 or 3. Put it on the website. Somebody orders 3. You only got 1. You run and get the other ones wholesale, bring them, package them up, and send them on out. You don't have to have it on stock if you can get it. If you can get it, you don't have to have it on stock. So we're going to talk about that later. As I do this, this is going to be a lot of steps. So this is just step 1. So by the time we get to step 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, we'll get into the more detailed information. But today we're just doing step 1, starting from the very beginning. What do you do from step 1? How do you start a business? So let's let some people get in there. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And support the channel. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. And we're going to get into it. This is going to be classic. I did it last night at the end of the video last night, but it was a spur of the moment. Somebody asked me something, and I promised I would come today and I would just do just a entire video on that. And when you're starting a business, at this step, this is step one. So we're going to have step one, A, B, C, D, like that. So at step one, letter A, that is the most important move. Step one, letter A. Then we're going to have B, C, D, E, like that, okay? Then we'll go to step two. But today we're going to do step one, and A is the key, okay? Let's make it do what it do. Everybody come on in. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, you could do fitness. You could do a lot of things. You could do a lot of things and make money. There's many ways to make a little extra money. Now, right now, I would tell you to take these steps right here, but I wouldn't tell you to jump out the window. When you go into business, you got to keep your ear to the street. You got to keep your nose open and you got to keep your eyes open. You got to be, right? And so if you're looking today, because there's always going to be people tell you, yeah, I made a lot of money, but you don't know if they did or not. Because these days, people are making money off of lying to you, telling you they made money. Then they sell you something, okay? I'll show you how to make a lot of money. You know, $200, and I'll show you how to make a lot of money. You just showed us how to make a lot of money. Charge people $200 a piece to tell them how to make a lot of money. Well, I'm showing you this. I'm not charging you. But if I was going to charge you for this information, right? I'd charge you just $25. I wouldn't charge you no $200 or $300. I charge you $25. Give you this little information. Get the next step. I charge you $25. I wouldn't rob you. I wouldn't rob you. I wouldn't rob you. Integrity is everything. Salute to my brother Goshen. You know what I'm saying? And so I would tell people, you could start a business without spending a lot of money. You don't have to spend a lot of money. You don't have to rush the business. You could start the business and don't even really open the business. Just have the paperwork and have everything set up until you see where it's go time. You don't have to go out and throw 2,000, 3,000, 10,000. You don't have to do that. You don't have to be making money with a business to have the business. You can have the business already ready. And then you can take your time and plot how you begin to make your customers. And you can have a business, legal business, without putting a lot of money out. When you go and you put, oh, $20,000, 30,000, now you're pressed because you're trying to get your money back. You don't have to do that. You can do the most important things and then you can wait. You don't have to do that. You don't have to put yourself in debt. Okay? Always remember, some people they do, but they never tell you about the people that fail. You don't want to take money you already got and throw it out there and try to get it back. The object is to get some money you don't have. And so some of these people, they take money, they make big investments, and they make a whole lot of money. They tell you, hey, I made a big investment. I invested $50,000 and I made $200,000. But they don't tell you everybody's not going to work for everybody. So if I'm in the streets and I'm hustling and I make a lot of money and I want to sell something different, I got two choices. I can go buy a bunch of it wholesale and put a bunch of money out and try to get my money back, or I can buy a little bit wholesale and keep all my money. Instead of going and giving a guy $10,000 for this stuff to sell it back, I can buy $500 worth. And I can take the 500, make 1,000. Take the 1,000, make 2,000. Put my 500 back. I got 1,500. Take the 1,500, make 3,000. Take the 3,000, make 6. So now I'm playing with profit money, and my $10,000 is still sitting there. Why would I go put my $10,000 out there and work like a dog to get back my 10,000 when I could have invested 1,000 and turn my 1,000 into 10,000? Put my 1,000 back. I still got my original 10,000, and I made 9,000. A little longer, I made 10,000, and I'm not chasing my tail, trying to get my money back that I threw out there. Don't make sense to me. If I already got money, why I'm trying to make money? You know, if I got $10,000, why am I trying to make $10,000? Why am I trying to make $20,000? Why don't I just sit on my 10,000? Now, if I can pinch off some money and make that grow, if you want to have apple trees, you don't go buy a bunch of full-grown apple trees. You buy a baby and let them make apples and seeds and plant them, and then you end up with a lot of apples. You always remember, a bird in hand beats two in the bushes. So if you got a bird in your hand, don't let it go and run, try to catch two birds, then they fly away. Now you got no bird. And people give you bad business advice. You don't throw your money out there trying to get it back. So this is going to be a great series I'm going to be doing from here on out. There's going to be a lot of information for you. Most of the time, to make money, you got to be patient. The people that jumped and took a chance and made money, that can happen. Don't get me wrong. You could roll the dice and make money. But those cases are rare, and they never tell you about the thousands and thousands that failed and lost their money. They're going to tell you how they invested in real estate and made money, but they're not going to tell you how many hundreds of thousands of people lost money in real estate. For sure. I know people that bought real estate when they had money and it looked like they was making money. But 20 years later, they don't got none of that property and they ain't got no money. He's got 4 houses. He rent one out. That's success. He get money. Rent this one out. The people tear it up or whatever, don't pay him. That's right. You look up after a while, he's got 3 houses. But guess what? He got 3 property taxes. And guess what? They're not small. So now the property taxes come back over the years, 5 years later, 10 years later, eat up all his little money. He got to pay $1,800 for this one. Sometime more than that if the property taxes is behind. I got a friend. He put his children in his property. They didn't pay no property tax, didn't do nothing. He had to go pay it all and catch up. I had to go and give him $2,000 to help him. I ain't got my money back yet, but he good for it. He wants to start a hauling service, hauling away trash. And I was going to work with him till I realized, I can't. I'm working on this book. I'm not going to be stationary I'm not going to be stationary enough to do that. So I got to call him one day and say, man, my bad, man. I ain't going to be able to do that. I don't know what I'm thinking. I got to finish writing this book. I'll be on a book tour by the time we get the business off the ground. But it was a good idea, like $4,000 a week between me and them. That's $2,000 a week. You know what I'm saying? $2,000 a week is good money for an investor. So yeah, let's let some more people get in here and we're going to talk about this. This is going to be good for you. This is going to be encouraging. But I encourage you, if you got like a little job and you got, don't, and you got money sitting in the bank, don't take all your money out and start a business, but take out a little bit and set up a business. Just enough money to pay for the name of the business, like you can get your domain name, but you don't have to have a website yet. See? So you got the domain name, which prevents somebody else from getting it. And then you can take your time before you get the website. You don't have to go get the domain name, get the website. Wait till you get the website until you got the merchandise that's going to kind of help pay for the website. What's going on, Toph? So we're going to talk about all this to help a lot of you all. You'll go and get a little something going. Now, the worst thing you could do is come up with an idea for a business and just jump out the window if it costs a lot of money. If it's a business that don't cost too much, yeah, you can go ahead and jump on out the window and get it started. But if you're talking about throwing out a bunch of expenses, you need to sleep on it. You need to think. Haste makes waste. So you don't jump on nothing and just throw your money out there. Do your research. Take your time. If it can make money today, it can make money tomorrow. If it's a good business, if you're going to go into business, you want the business to last 20, 30, 40, 50 years. So why would you rush to get into business like it's going to be gone tomorrow? If it's going to be gone before you get in it, then it wasn't no good business anyway. If it's a good business, it's always going to be a good business. Seriously. When you're in business, you have to consider the economy. You have to consider what people are going through. You have to consider the competition. How are you going to do your marketing? What's going to help you get it off the ground? So I'm going to give you some information without giving away my information. So I'm going to give you information, but I'm not going to give you my information on what I'm doing directly. But I'm going to tell you how I do it, but I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Loose lips sink ships. So that's another thing. When you get a business started, keep your mouth shut. What are you talking to people for? You only want to talk to potential customers. You don't want to talk to friends and stuff. They ain't customers. So if they ain't customers, be quiet. A business is for customers. A business is not just to talk to everybody about your business. In many cases, don't let nobody know that's your business. Keep your mouth shut. Don't let nobody know it's your business. Why are you telling family about your business? Usually family ain't going to buy nothing anyway. Family's not going to be able to support the business. They might buy a little something when you start, but that you ain't going to be able to keep a business open with that. You got to go out and find clientele and customers. Basically. So keep your mouth shut. Spend that time advertising. Looking for real clientele and real customers. Instead of telling your friends you're looking for strangers. You're trying to sell to people that don't know you. You're trying to market yourself out in the world. Now, if you want to go in business, you don't depend on your friends and family to buy something, you're going to go out of business. Because your business cannot be marketed based on friends. It's got to be based off of what you think you could do. Do you think this business can grow? Do you think there's clientele out there? You have to think from the point of view of the people that's going to use your business. You can't think from your point of view that you think it's a good idea. You have to think from the point of view of the clientele. Is there clientele out there? Because it's not a great idea, no matter how great it sounds to you. If there's no clientele, how's it a great idea? So you have to really think about clientele. So look, we 30 minutes in. I'm trying to wait for some people to get here because there's steps. I don't want them to miss the beginning steps. So we'll just mess around for another 15 minutes and then we'll get into the presentation, right? We'll let some more people come. Then I'm going to get into it. I don't want people to come in and miss the first step. And it'll help if you hit the like button. You got to hit the like button. You got to hit the notification bell because that's what sends this out. This is how YouTube works. So when you hit the like button, you're not just liking it for me. It's like sending a signal to everybody. That's just how they got it working. And so if you do a live and nobody's liking it, YouTube is not going to send it out to nobody else to come. But if people liking it, YouTube going to be like, oh, it's popping over there. Hey, y'all go over there. That's how it works. Good to see you, Ross. So look, we ain't going to wait 15 minutes. I'm going to run this commercial. And then we just going to jump into it. They can watch the rerun, all right? All right, let's get it. All right. So, how to start a business. Step one, coming up with a name. This is going to be the most important thing in your business and the most difficult thing. Coming up with a name. Some people get lucky. They might have a little nickname and use it, or they might be able to throw their name in there and it fits the product. But this is the most difficult thing, is coming up with a name for your business. And it's difficult for a lot of reasons. One reason it's difficult is because a lot of people think alike. And when you pick a name, it might be gone already. Seriously. I've come up with names. I thought, yeah, and look, and somebody got it. Somebody got it. Somebody got it. And so what hurts a lot of small businesses is they come up with a name, they start the business, and then they get a cease and desist from somebody got the business, or they get to growing the business, and now they want to go and they want to trademark it, and guess what? No, the trademark is gone. I just did a trademark 2 days ago. The government's got it. They're working faster when I did my first trademark. So we're going to be talking about that somewhere. I don't know if that's going to be step 2, step 3, or whatever. I don't know. I got to do step by step. So this is step 1. So step 1 is the name of your business. I'm not considering what you call your business a step. And Rock, what you could do is go on your channel and teach them. And so what you want to start as a business is not a step, because you're not going to start a business unless you already know what business you want to start, right? So if you don't even have an idea of a name of or starting a business, then how would you start a business unless you already know you want to start a business? Rock, make it make sense. So if you're going to start a business, it's going to be based already that you want to open a barbershop. Duh. And then you're going to go to start the barbershop. Duh. That's not starting a business. That's deciding to go into business. For the slow people in the back. This does not say deciding to go into business. This is how to start a business. And you're not going to start a business unless you already know what business you're going to start. What are we doing? So this is step 1. What's the name of the business? You decide you want to go into the record business. That's not starting a business, right? Duh. Starting the business is when you start the record business. Bruh. Yeah, and please don't come over here try to teach on top of me. Brothers like you, stand on your own two legs like a man. Go get on the page and do the same thing I'm doing. And don't try to watch me and teach on top of me because you're too lazy to go teach like how I'm teaching from the rooter to the tutor. Okay? Get you some kahunas and go and do what I'm doing. But no, he doesn't know what he's talking about. That's not starting a business. That's deciding you want to start a business. And you're not going to decide to start a business until you got a business you want to start. So you're not going to start a barbershop unless you decide you want to go into the barbershop business, which is not starting a business. It's deciding to start a business, is not starting a business. Okay? So don't listen to him. He's one of these people that all he want to do is, listen and try to outsmart somebody and then be looking slow. Make yourself look bad. But the title of this is not deciding to start a business. This is called How to Start a Business. And deciding what business you're going to go into is not starting a business. Starting a business is starting a business. Okay? I don't know what he's talking. Slow. Too smart for his own good. No, that's not starting a business. Okay? Starting the business is the process of starting the business. Thinking of what business you want to go into is not starting a business. That's thinking about starting a business. Okay? So thank you for nothing, my brother. Okay? So the first thing you got to do if you're going to start a business is figure out the name for the business. You've already decided what kind of business you want to start. All right. Hey. Oh, what the hell? So you've already you can't just start a business if you haven't decided what kind of business you want to start. What are we doing? Lord have mercy. So the hardest part is the name of the business. This is where you got to do some serious thinking. This is where you got to think. This is where you got to really take your time because it's going to be hard to be unique. It's going to be real complicated, real hard to be unique. And what happens a lot of times, people, they come up with the name, they're excited, they go to start the business, they might get bags made, business cards, whatever, but the name is taken. It could take them 5, 6 years before they find out the name is taken. And now when they want to go to the next level, they can't. Because that name might be trademarked and it might be other people that got that already. So the first thing is to take your time and figure out, what do I want to call my business? That's the first thing. What is the name of the barbershop? What is the name of the bakery? What is the name of the clothing line? What is your name as a rapper? You can't just go rap. What's your name as a rapper? That's the first thing. That's A. Step one, a name. A, what is the name? What is the name? And that is very, very, very difficult. Now, I'm going to show you how you could eliminate some mistakes when you're trying to come up with a name. Okay? So, what you're going to do is, while you're trying to think of a name, you're going to go to www.register.com. Okay? You're going to go to register.com. All right? This is what you do. You go to register.com. Right? And you leave it on this page while you're trying to come up with a name. This is what you use to help you come up with a name. So if I'm a rapper, and this is where you get your domain at. If I'm a rapper and I want to call myself Big Ant, I call myself Big Ant. Then I get into business. I start selling songs and stuff. Now I want to get a website. I go over to register.com, so I go in www.bigant.com. It's taken already. So I can't get bigant.com. So you want to make sure you can get the name of your business.com. So you're going to be trying to come up with a name, and at the same time coming up with the name, you're going to be trying to see and make sure you can get the name of your business.com. And then if you can't, you're going to alter your name and alter your name and alter your name to something you like until you can get it. And this is how you find out if anybody else got your name. I'm giving you serious game, right? So make a donation to the channel and stuff like that. Right? So let me give you an example. So let's say I'm thinking and I want to name my business Biz. So if I want to name my business Biz, I'm going to go to register.com. You see it say search. You see it say search domain names. I'm going to put in www.biz.com, because this was the name I want to use. Then I'm going to put search. And when I put search, look, biz.com is unavailable. Unavailable. This is going to stop you from naming your business biz, because now you see you can't name it that. You can't name it that. So this is showing you you ain't going to be able to get the .com, and somebody else is already using that name or has bought that. Because what they'll do is, if your name Big Ant, and nobody's got it, somebody will go buy bigant.com. And they're going to pay $35 for it, $35 a year. And then when you try to get it, they're going to say, you could make me an offer, but I bought it already. I'm going to charge you $8,000. I'm going to charge you $8,000 to get your name back that I paid $35 a year for. So if you go into business and you don't get your .com right away, there's people that will buy that, knowing that you're going to want it later, and then sell it to you for $8,000, $6,000, $10,000, something you could have got for $35. So this is where you go first while you're trying to come up with a name. So I see, okay, biz not gonna get it. So now I gotta think. Oh, what? And this is where I'm gonna do my thinking at. I'm gonna do my thinking right here. So I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna call it realbiz.com. Then I'm gonna do what, y'all? I'm gonna push search. Good news. Your domain is available. So boom. Got it. I done took my time. I done thought about a good name I want to use. I'm just using examples now. You're going to take more time than this. And boom. Right? Real Biz is available. So what are you going to do? You're going to buy it right now. You're going to buy it now. Even if you don't want to open the biz till next year, you're going to buy realbiz.com right now. You're going to go. And it's going to cost me $11.99 a month. $11.99 a month. And I got it. realbiz.com for 1 year. See y'all? For 1 year, I got it. I got it. For 1 year, I got realbiz.com. So now nobody's using that. So I can go trademark it once I get my trademark. Once I get my logo, I could go trademark it. But nobody's using it because whoever using it is bootleg. Because anybody about business already got .com. You see what I'm saying? That's how you know. Okay, ain't nobody using that because all the professionals, if they're using that, they got the .com already. As you'll see when you start searching. I'm picking names that I know nobody probably gonna use because they're ridiculous names. But if you come up with a good name, you might have to come up with 10 names before it go through because all the things that's intelligent that sound like good businesses, they taken. They taken. They gone. So that's step 1A. A is come up with your name. And the way you come up with your name is go to register.com, and that will show you, that will help you get the domain name and also show you that nobody's using the name. Because the other way you would have to go to Google and put in www.realrealbiz.com to see if it pop up. But this is showing you it's not going to pop up because if there was a realrealbiz.com, I wouldn't be able to buy it. Okay? Bam. Done. So now what you want to do? People are going to tell you, they're going to say, get an email, a business email. Not necessary at this state, at this spot. You don't want to only have a business email. That is false information. You want to have regular email and a business email. So the next thing you do is you go to the email. We're going to start with Gmail. You go to Gmail, right? And create an account. It say for work and my business. Nah, you say for personal use, right? First name, real. Last name, biz. Next. Month, January, any 13th, 1985. Gender, rather not say. Next. realrealbiz@gmail.com. See? You hit next. It's available. You put the password. I don't know what I put in there. I'm just trying to make up a password. Hold up. 3. Right? Okay. Right? Boom. Passwords there. Right? Phone number 312. I just make up one. Wait a minute. There it is. Now they sent something to my phone to make sure it's me, but that's available, okay? That's available. So now that I see that's available, right? That's available, right? So I got realrealbiz@gmail.com. Then what do? Then you go to Yahoo. Before you finish, Before you finish that, you go to Yahoo. You go to Yahoo and you do the same thing. Create an account, real biz. Then you put real biz at yahoo.com. Let me see. Right? January 21st, 1985. I'm just putting anything, right? Then you go next. It wants to know your phone number. You put in 2 888. No. 498. I put a different one in there. 22 34. Send a code text. Boom. It's there. Right? It's there. So let's take a break and we finish. Right? Let's take a break and we're finished. I'm giving y'all game. Okay? All right. So you got RealBiz at yahoo.com. You got RealBiz at gmail.com. They both the same thing. Why? Because when you get the email, one email is going to be for verification for the other one. So if you're trying to get into Yahoo and you're having problems, it'll send you a link to the Gmail. And if you're trying to get into Gmail, it'll send you a link to the Yahoo. So you want the Gmail and the Yahoo. You see how these people tell you want a business account email? Not yet. You don't want Pharaoh at realbiz.com yet. You don't want that yet because you're not going to use that for social media and stuff. These are going to be for your social media and for contacting people that's not real important. Okay? So what you want to do now, you want to use the Gmail, you want to use real biz. You want to use real biz at Gmail. You want to use that on your YouTube and all your social media because YouTube is on Google. So you want to use Google, which is Gmail. So all of your social media accounts, you want to use real biz at Gmail. Real biz at Yahoo is what you want to send messages to people and all of that. You got it? You don't want to send messages with your email for your social media accounts. All your social media accounts going to be on the Gmail. And then people you talking to, regular people, you're going to talk to them on Yahoo. So it's like if I'm doing business and I'm trying to see if you got I'm trying to see if you got some cookware that I want to buy wholesale. I'm gonna contact you with my Yahoo. And then if you say you got the cookware and now you want me to open a business account, then I'm gonna open the business account with this. Then you're gonna go to Google Workplace, get Gmail for business, and then over here you're gonna get your first name at realrealbiz.com. And this is going to be your business Gmail. This is the one where you want to look real professional. But you're not going to want to send this to everybody. You're only going to want to put this on all your business accounts. You don't want to give it to just everybody you're thinking about buying something from until it's proven that you're going to do business with them. So now you got 3 accounts. Okay? You got RealRealBiz at Gmail. You got RealRealBiz at Yahoo. And you got your first name at RealRealBiz. That's your real professional one. You're not going to use that on social media. You're not going to use that for basic conversations. You're only going to use that for serious biz. I don't even use that for sales. For sales, like if you buy something from me, I'm going to use the regular Gmail. If I send you a product and you hit me back at the regular Gmail so I didn't receive my product, I'm going to hit you back from the name of my company, Pharaoh at so-and-so, and say, we got your message and your product is on the way. But you didn't text me on that. You text me at the regular Gmail or the regular Yahoo. It's going to be the Yahoo, because I ain't going to have you texting me at the Gmail. So when I'm doing business and you have a problem, you're going to text me at the business at Yahoo. When I respond, I'm going to respond at Pharaoh at thebusiness.com. I'm not going to respond with the same email that you contact. The contact email from the business is just going to be a Yahoo account, because that ain't none of your business. Who or none of that. So I disagree with some people that think you got to have a bunch of business email. I disagree with that, because everybody's not qualified to have your personal business email. Your serious business emails for other bosses or customers that's already customers, not when you're trying to get customers. You feel me? So we covered those steps, right? So boom. We got the name. You bought the domain, www.realrealbiz.com. Boom. You got RealRealBiz at Gmail. Boom. You got RealRealBiz at Yahoo. Boom. You got your name at RealRealBiz for your business email. Boom. Now, you go to all the social media, because you can't do no business without social media. So now you go to social media. You open up all the social media. You open up Instagram. You open up X. You open up Facebook. Now, Facebook, you don't have to worry about it, because with Facebook, if you already got your main page, then all you got to do is just, if you got your main Facebook account, all you got to do is open up a page. So let me show you. If you already got a Facebook, right? If you already got a Facebook, listen, I'm giving y'all a game. Support the channel. So if you already got a Facebook, just what you do. You don't, okay, all right, look. Let's go to my Facebook. So I already got a Facebook. Bam. All right? So I already got a Facebook. Okay? Now, I already got a Facebook. So if you got a Facebook, right? You go to you go to you go to pages. Let me see, where's pages at? So if you already got one, you go to pages. Where is it? I don't know. Hold on. You go to pages. Where's pages? Okay, see all profiles. So this is all my pages. So you go create a page. So you see this is my Facebook, but then I got the business, Vegan Intel, is a page, right? So you go and you make a page off of your real Facebook. You see, I got my business, Vegan Intel, I got a page, right? I got a page on Vegan Intel. So then you go and get a page on Facebook, right? You get a page. And you get a group, right? And you get a group. So look, I got the page for Vegan Intel, and what else? I got the group. See? Look at the address. www.facebook.com/groups/vegan intel. Right? That's the group. Look at the page. www.facebook.com/vegan intel. So I got Vegan Intel, the page, and I got Vegan Intel, the group, right? For my business, right? Y'all with me? Then what else? Then I had to make some slight changes because they wouldn't let me get it because somebody got it. I got the Instagram. Vegan Intel Chicago. Okay? Okay, you go get all your social media. You see Vegan Intel Chicago, right? So that's 2 Facebook pages, right? That's 2 Facebook pages. That's an Instagram account, right? This is what you got to do if you're going to go in business. What else I got? I got what? If you ain't doing this, you playing. I got what? I got the YouTube account. You see? Vegan Intel on YouTube. Okay? All right? 2 Facebooks, the page, the group, the Instagram, the YouTube. Okay? What else? They shut this one down, but I got a new one. They just shut it down the other day. That's because the U.S. finna take over TikTok. So I had to start all over again. I don't care. But look, again, same deal. Wait a minute. I think that's it. Hold on. I'm giving y'all a game. For some reason, it ain't showing up for some reason. Hold on. There you go. I had to put at. Same thing. You got to put the work in. So you got to get all the social media for your business. Same thing. They shut it down. It was Vegan Intel. I just made another one, Vegan Intel Chicago. Because they be saying you be giving health advice and all that, they'll shut you down. Don't matter. Right? So there you go with the TikTok. Right? I'm going to show you how in depth you got to go. You can't be playing. Okay, they won't let me show you the threads. They want me to log in. But I got the threads account. They won't show those unless you log in. So I got the account on threads. I got the account on fan base. They won't show that one either. You gotta log in. You gotta log in. It ain't showing it. I got the account on fan base. But anyway, I got you get your business account everywhere. If it's a new website, you go put your business over there. You put your business on X. I'm on X. I'm everywhere. Okay? Because that's money, that's advertising. You don't miss no advertisement. Okay? Over here, you can only use so many words, so it's vegan intel shy. Because somebody got an old dormant account for a vegan intel, and I keep trying to get them to close it and give it to me. You see? On X. So I'm on all social media. Okay? And when you go to the social media, the link is there. You hit the link, where it's going to take you. It's going to take you to the website. It's going to take you to the website, and then you can make it do what it do. Okay? This is what you got to do. Okay? You got to be on all social media. You've already got your domain name. So now when you're ready to go in business, all you got to do is just set up your website. That's all you got to do. Because you already got www.realrealbiz.com. You see, www.veganintel.com. I got this stuff way before business was ready to go. You see? I'm not even really pumping this. I'm still building this business for it to explode. See? You got to be smart. You got to be strategic. You got to be strategic. You got to be strategic and make your moves. And if you make them first moves I told you, then you're going to be ready. Because when you go back and need this stuff, it's going to be gone. But you're going to already have your Instagram. You're going to already have your Twitter X, that they call X. You're going to already have your Instagram. You're going to already have your Facebook page, your Facebook group, threads, fan base, anywhere. You're going to be everywhere. So now when it's time for you to roll out your advertisement, you can roll it out everywhere. But in between this, you got to get a logo. You ain't got no logo. So before you can even do this, what I'm telling you, you see, I got a logo. So now what you want to do? You want to go to Fiverr. You want to go to Fiverr. Fiverr. You want to go to Fiverr and boom, logo design. Logo design. Okay? Logo design. Now, the reason you want to go to Fiverr is, let's say I have them do me a logo, which they did do me a logo. I forgot which one they did. So let's say they do me a logo. I tell them I want my logo like this, like that. They do great logos too. These people right here. These people right here are fire. Saadi S. Fire. Fire. Professional logos that big companies, you know what I'm saying? See that? These real serious companies getting logos over here. Fire. Look at them logos. I had them do the body sculpture challenge logo for me. Right? Now let's take a break and then I'm gonna finish. Let's take a break. and then I'm gonna finish, right? I'm giving you game. Listen close. Look, you listen to me, don't listen to nobody else. The reason you go to Fiverr is because all of the people that do logos and fonts and all that are on Fiverr. So let's say you pay somebody $120 to do your logo. They do your logo over on Fiverr. You send it to me, you don't like it. You tell them to do it over. You send it to me, you don't like it. You don't like it. He get 3 tries, you decide he can't do it. You go to Fiverr, make a complaint, you get your money back. Because Fiverr holds your money. So when you pay him $120 or $200, whatever you pay, he don't get it until you accept the project. Fiverr got it. And when you accept the project, then he get the money. But if you don't like the project, they send you the money back. Now you can go to somebody else on Fiverr. You can go to somebody else. So you didn't like what he did, so you go check this one out. Let them give it a try. So that's why I do my business on Fiverr, because they hold your money. The designers and the artists do not have your money. The company has your money, and they all work through Fiverr. So if you got any problems, you get a refund. Also, it's a bunch of them. It's a bunch. It's a bunch. Okay? It's a bunch, and they can do other things, because now when you need your products done, you didn't went here for logo design, but now you can go to graphics. You can go to graphics. You can go to illustrators. You can go to people to do your business cards. You can go to AI artists. You can get comic illustrators. So this also can help you make a variety of product for your business and a variety of artists, so that everything looks different. And a lot of the artists is inexpensive. I just paid $15 and they're doing me some hat logos right now. They're doing me 2 logos for hats that I'm going to put on all different color hats. $15. Unlimited. I get unlimited. I can unlimited upgrades if I don't like it. If I don't like it, he'll just keep doing it over till he do what I like. $15. He said, I don't like that, man. Make it bigger. Make it like that. He sent it back. Yeah, that's almost it. Do that. Send it to me. Send it back. You almost there. This. He sent it to us back. That's it. Boom. $15. And then anything you want done. And so let's say you need a certain type of printing, or you need a certain you don't need JPEG. You need it done in a certain format. There's somebody over here that's going to do it in the format you want. Let's say you got a logo and you want somebody to do something with it. They say this is the wrong format. Can you get it in this format? You could take that logo and find somebody over here and say, could you give me this in a different logo, in a different format? They're like, yeah, boom, they're going to take it. They're going to send you back. Now you got the format you need. You might need a PDF or you might need some other type of format and you don't know how to do it. And there's people over here do it. They'll do it for $5 and stuff like that. And these are people all over the world. They in Pakistan, they in India, and your $20 where they live at is a lot of money. So that your little $20, look at the prices. $160, $30, $30, $20, $100, $30, $45. And it's endless. And anything you want. So maybe you got to have a business document. Maybe you're doing a book cover design. Whatever you're doing. You need a resume. Bam. They're going to do your resume. So I use Fiverr for everything because they do everything. Because it's a conglomeration of artists that do everything. See what it says at the top? Graphic design, programming and tech, digital marketing, video and animation, writing and translation, music and audio, business, finances, AI. Boom. One spot shop. And your money's safe. You send them the money, they don't do the job, bam. Look, this lady right here, she do your resume, $40. Look, I will be your ads resume and professional CV maker, $10. I will design a professional resume, $15. Bam. So anything else you need for your business, you go right there. You're making cups and glasses. You need a certain type of design for that. Boom, you go over here. First person don't like, you go to second person. Second person you don't like, you go to the third person. Your money sit there until somebody do it right. And a lot of times when you find somebody do it right, you end up using them for 4 or 5 projects. You say, oh man, she good or he good. So now you always go to them. Hey, I need this. Oh, I got you, friend. All right, well, you been doing, friend? Boom, boom, boom. Done. So this is step A for business, okay? We covered your .com from register.com. We covered your Yahoo email, your Gmail email, then your professional business email with your name at the business, or it could say help at the business, whatever you want to say. You got your business email. You got your domain name, so you can go get your website. And you got somebody to do all your designs. You're able to find a name that nobody else got. So what I've just showed you was all the basics for the beginning. So now when you see other brothers saying different things in business, now you can start following those directions because you got the basic business up and running with no problem. You ain't got to worry about no trademark immediately because nobody's using your name. We're going to cover that next time. We're going to cover trademark. I'm going to show you how to go get your trademark. And that's easy too. You don't need nobody to do that. You could do that yourself. Okay? So we're going to cover that next time. Right? And you're going to go right here to USPTO to get your trademark. Okay? And this way you're going to get your trademark. You're going to sign up and get an account. Right? If you try to get a trademark, they're going to say they'll do a trademark for you for $700, for $1,400. they going to tell you that if you pay them the $350 to do your trademark and you don't fill out everything right, you lose your $350. That's not true. Hey, when you send them your trademark, they're going to send it to somebody to review it. And then when they review it, they're going to tell you, you didn't fill this out right. You get up early in the morning and you call the trademark people. They going to put you on the phone with a lady or a man. The lady and the man going to tell you to log into your account. I swear to God. You're going to log into your account and they're going to be looking at your account with you. They're going to say, okay, go down to line 2. Okay, you don't got that right. Type this in there. Da-da-da. They will say, okay, go to the next page. Go to line 5. That's wrong. It's got to say this. Type that in there. Da-da-da. They're going to say, go to this page. You see 17A? That's not supposed to say that. That's going to say that. Type it in. Da-da-da. Push complete. Push complete. It might say, no, it's not done. He's going to say, oh, okay. Oh, go back to page 3. Number 5. You see right there, you got to put a period at the end. I know it's weird. Put a period at the end. Put a period. Push save. Save. Basically, they just did it for you. It's 100% finna go through. They not going to take your money and make you do it over. You can call them on the phone and they're going to help you. They're going to do it and just show you what to type in there. That's what I did with my first trademark that I did last year. Because I was just doing business. I wasn't getting no trademarks. But I'm getting trademarks now. I just filled out another one. And if it's not done all the way right, boom, I'm going to call them and they're going to show me just what I got to change. $350 for the trademark. Why would I pay somebody $700, $1,400, $2,000 to do your trademark when you could do it yourself and all you got to do is pay, right? Right, watch. Watch this. Watch this. Get trademark. Get trademark. They talking about get them $49 and the fee, right? Hold on. They say get them $49 and the fee, which ain't bad, right? But some people want $700 and all that. Look. Look. Your trademark gonna cost you $350. Look what he gonna charge you. He gonna charge you $8.99 and the fees. So you're gonna have to give him the $350 and the $900 when you could do it for yourself. And if he don't do it right, all he gonna do is call them like I did, and they gonna show him just what to do. And he gonna make $900 off of you for and the $350. You gotta pay the $350 and the $900. So they try to scare you, make you think you can't do it. You're gonna pay the $350 and the $900. When all you gotta do is pay the $350 and call the trademark office, and they're gonna do it. They're gonna walk you right through it. See how they scamming? When I did my first trademark, they said it wasn't done right. And all these people was calling me, we'll do it right, we'll do it right. That's when you go to the trademark, they're gonna tell you, look out for scammers. Because it's gonna be all type of scammers telling you they'll do it. And he might be a scammer. You might send him your money and never hear from him again. You might send him your money and still don't get your trademark. You might send him your money and he trademark your shit under another company. And he'll come back and tell you, your trademark been taken. Somebody else filed for that. When you can go straight to the government. Because when I first did my first trademark, I thought, man, if I mess this up, they're gonna keep my 350. No, they not. No, they not. They're not gonna keep your money. They're not gonna keep your money. You can call them, and they're gonna go through it with you on the phone. They're gonna have you log in and go. They're gonna have you log in, and they're gonna fix your paperwork for you on the phone. The only way they're gonna keep your money, you don't respond when they hit you and say your paperwork ain't right. You gotta hit them up. They're gonna give you like 15 days or something to contact them. Then yeah, they're gonna kick it out and keep your money. But if you call them early in the morning, don't wait till late. Everybody gonna be calling. So if they open at 8, call them at 8, 8:15. Then you'll be in the short line. The longer you wait, the longer the line gonna be. They're going to be talking about your wait is 15 minutes. Your wait is an hour and 15 minutes. But if you call them early, your wait is 7 minutes. Your wait is 10 minutes, like that. Sometimes maybe no wait. You get up in the morning, you call them as soon as they open. They're going to put you on the phone with somebody. They put me on the phone with a black lady. And she said, go right here, baby. Push there. There you go, honey. Now go over there. Yeah, that's it right there. Go over there. Put that. Okay, now push save and let's see if it's saved. You push save and save, say, there you go, you got it, it's done. Bam. You're going to get your trademark back, put it on your logo, you official. And you ain't spent no money. You ain't even spent $1,000. You done spent pennies. What you spent? $350 for your logo, like $30, $40 for your domain name. Your 2 emails was free. Your social media is free. You don't even need no website till you get ready. If you got the domain name, what you need a website for? You don't need a website till you're ready to open for business. So you in business before you're in business. That's what nobody don't want to tell you. They want you to think you got to be making money and all to be a business. No, as soon as you own your domain name, because can't nobody get the website if you got the domain name. So you don't even need a website. You just need the domain name, $30, $40. Then you get your trademark. What's that? Barely $400. Ah, get your logo. That could cost you $40. Could cost you $100-some. But you still ain't even hit $700. So you could spend as much as $700 and you are 100% professionally in business with the best of them before you have a product or a website. So now all you got to do is go get a website. That's it. And you're in business. Some people use Shopify if they're doing clothes. I use Squarespace. I like the way it's set up. I like the way it works. So you can go to Squarespace, boom, pay them once a month. You got your website, then you're going to go back to register.com and you're going to connect your domain name to your website. And every time they put in your www, your name and your stuff, it's going to take them over here to your page. And you're going to be rocking and rolling. So I went to register.com. I got www.veganintel.com. And if you go to veganintel.com, it's going to take you to my website on Squarespace because register.com connected my domain name to my Squarespace account. So my website, the domain name just sends you to the website. That's it. And now you're in business. And you just lay your website out. I lay my website out. I'm all ready for business. All I got to do now is just roll out everything. That's it. I ain't even rushing. I'm not even rushing. And I got it full. It's full of information. I got to take that one down. They must have got rid of that video. Oh, it's full of information. You go over there and it's anything you want to learn. And all I got to do is a few more couple upgrades. And I got the website full. News, information. Oh, this one gone too. I got to go back to my website. People be, the videos be disappearing. So I got to go do that today. Food and recipes. So if you want to learn how to make stuff, I got that over there. I got all the doctors over there. If you want to hear what the doctors got to say, there's another one. So I got the doctors over there. I got exercise over there. So if you want to get in shape, these are all vegans that work out, right? I got the music over there. So while you're over there, you might be working at the house. Boom. You can listen to all the vegan songs, right? All the songs about veganism. And I got the famous vegans over there. The people that change the way they eat. I got to go back and find who stayed and who ain't vegan no more and take them off. I got the comedy over there. So I got it where you can go to one place and you can get everything. I got the restaurants over there. And so you could be creative and set up your website where it ain't so boring. Okay, this is where it's going to be. I got the men's health over there. There's another one I got to get rid of. I got the women's health over there with the women telling you what to do to be in shape. Take care of yourself. Yeah, I got appliances over there. I've got to go upgrade that. See that one gone? Right? So I try to make it where it's all in one, where you can get all the information that you want to get at one spot. So it's just more than shopping. So now all I got to do is finish building up my product line. And once I finish building my product line up, then all I got to do is advertise. I don't have to worry about nobody saying anything. When I last year I got a letter, or the year before last, I got a letter from Intel. You know the Intel that make the computer processors? They sent me a letter talking about they want to cease and desist with me calling my company Vegan Intel because they Intel. I wrote him back, told him, you crazy. I'm Vegan Intel, you Intel. He said, okay, well, we're going to have a court date and all that. I said, okay, well, let me know when the court date is. When he see he couldn't bluff me, he wrote me a letter. Okay, you can keep it. They wrote me a letter. Okay, you could use the name since you vegan. I know I could use the name. They was trying to bluff me because they was lawyers. You wasn't going to win that case. And I was going to sue you for whatever fees I was going to pay for the bogus lawsuit. When they seen I didn't budge, Some big lawyer from New York too. When he seen, I said, okay, I see you in court. He can write me back. We talked to the corporate office and they said it's fine. You can keep it. I know it's fine. You do not own the word Intel. You own your logo. You own the way you write it. You own the right to use it for computers, but you don't own the word Intel. Somebody can be sports Intel, vegan Intel, women's Intel. You can't own the word food because you're the food channel. You're the food channel, but you can't own the word food. Yeah. Then you don't own the word food. I'm a businessman. Don't try to call me bluffing me, man. Whatever. I see you in court. Come send me this bogus letter. Talking about I can't use Intel. I'm selling vegan food and you selling computers. Bruh, if you don't get out of here, what do you think this is? Ain't no judge gonna honor that. You cannot own the word Intel. For them to work, for them, listen, for them not to be able to stop me from using it, they would have had to pay thousands of dollars because every different use is another $350. Facts. In order for nobody to use it, you have to apply for your trademark under every field, and it's a lot of fields. They think I'm stupid. They applied for it under electronics and stuff. So they probably spent about $2,000 under all the different electronics, computers, stuff like that. But they would have had to file it like me. They would have to file it under books and all that. And then if they filed it based on their logo, my logo ain't like your logo, and my logo is Vegan Intel, and I'm under merchandise and stuff. I ain't even under computers. You ain't got no case. You ain't got no case. You don't own. The only way you could own that, you would have to file that for everything, and then you would have to send specimens proving you in all them businesses. You can't say you sell clothes and you can't show them that you sell clothes. And all y'all sell is them little processors. And y'all finna go out of business because Mac ain't using y'all processors no more. Don't try to play with me just because you're going broke. Mac, stop using y'all processors. I know y'all heard. I'm a businessman. I know everything going on out here. I'm not your average. I bet they wouldn't know no regular black dude like me know they going out of business that Mac ain't using your processors no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real businessman. I just play ghetto. It's the drunken monkey style. So I play ghetto. So you lower your guard. I make you lower your guard. I'm not gonna show you how intelligent I really am, because then you're gonna be able to go with me. If I make you think I'm less intelligent, you're gonna bring it down, and then wop. You're gonna lose because you're gonna underestimate me. I'm gonna be talking one way on the phone, but when I come to court, I'm gonna be real courty. I'm gonna be real attorney-ish. Uh, Yeah, well, yeah, I don't know why they was even doing that. Like I said, they desperate. Anytime they was searching for a small person like me, they was desperate. It was a shakedown. They thought I'd be like, well, can I pay you to keep it? Why would I pay you to keep it when I can pay an attorney to tell you to go sit down? But I'm not. Plus, I own vegan intel, I own vegan intelligence, and I own uh vegan intellect. So I got vegan intel, vegan intelligence, and vegan intellect. I'll talk to y'all about that later. See, I'll tell you now. See, this is what you do. I'm giving y'all a lot of information. The first thing you do, and this is how you get early. I left this part out. You really need to do this first, too. So I can tell you this now. You want to go to this irs.gov, right? And then you're going to go here, okay? You're going to go here. And then when you go here, you're going to go to, you can apply for EIN by mail or directly with them. So what you want to do is you want to go right here and say, get an EIN. You want to hit that. Bam, right? Now, I can't get it today because it's Saturday, right? But this is what you do. I left that part out. Go do this right away. Soon as you make your name up, go do this. And what this is going to do, you're going to type the name of your business in there and fill out what they want you to fill out. It's free. And then they're going to send you your EIN number. And your EIN number is your tax number that you're going to need to go in business. So this is another thing that's going to have you in business immediately. I forgot to tell you that. Soon as you make your name up and you go to register.com and you register and you go to the IRS and you apply for your EIN number. It's free. When you apply, they're going to give you a piece of paper to download. So you're going to have the download saying this is your EIN number. You're going to have that. That means the government recognizes you as a business. And they're going to mail you one. And that also going to protect you. I forgot about that part. So let's say you got 4 businesses you want to eventually open up. Just go get the EIN numbers now. They're free. So you want Sandra's Beauty Salon. You're going to open it in 3 years. Still, go to there, Sandra's Beauty Salon, apply for the EIN. Then you want Sandy's Makeup. Go there, Sandy's Makeup, get the EIN. You want Baby Daycare. Go there, Baby Daycare, get the EIN. It's free. Then get your folder and put each EIN in the folder with the name of the business. And as you start the business, you keep putting the paperwork in there because you're going to need the EIN number to be able to go in business. And it's free. It's free. Also protect you from somebody getting a business. So I got the EIN number for, let me see if I can show it to you without showing any personal information. I'm giving y'all a lot of game, right? So this is the EIN number. This the one for Vegan Intel, EIN number. Right here. EIN number and my other business, Plant Baked Tea, where I'm gonna come out with some tea. So they're gonna send you this EIN number. So this is the one for Vegan Intel. Let me show you the other one. This the people who threaten me right here. This the people who threaten me. Oh my God, this is people who threaten me. I got the letter where they say, okay, you can use it. I bet I can. Pump. Hold on. So that's vegan intel. Then I got because right away when they started playing with me, I said, well, let me go get all of these in case they try to make me change my stuff. I already have the other ones. And then I got vegan intelligence, and I got vegan, I think, intellect, vegan intelligent, and I got vegan intelligence. Just in case they try to play with me. I don't even know where they at. I don't know where they at, but I got them. I just seen them too. But yeah, you have to play the game the way they try to play the game. They're gonna try to play the game. But get your EIN numbers. Get your EIN numbers for your businesses so that no matter what, you'll be protected. You'll be protected. You'll be 100%. You understand? The name is worth money. Yes, the name is your business, and the name it stands on the business, and the name is what you're going to pass down. This is your children are going to inherit these businesses if you work hard with these businesses, and these businesses could last for a long time. All you're going to do is upgrade your product and change with the times. That's all you're going to do is upgrade your product and change with the time. Right? I don't know where them other EINs is at. I'm probably just overlooking them. Yeah, I'm probably just going right past them. I'm going so fast. But yeah, just go get your EIN number. That's going to make all the difference. And it's free. And so a lot of these things you can do not going to cost you no more money. It's not going to cost you no hassle. It's going to be free and easy to do. Oh. I don't know. It might be in my file cabinet, but with the EIN numbers, you can be saving a name that you want to use later. So if you got any bright idea for a business, just get the EIN number. It's free. And then you're going to have that tax number, and that tax number lasts forever. You don't have to do anything. It's going to be filed, and that's going to be the tax number for that business. And if you don't start that business and you ain't making no money, you ain't got to pay no taxes. You only going to have to pay taxes when the business is up and running making money. But they're never going to shut down that EIN number. That's going to be yours forever. So I got an EIN number for my record label, and that's forever. I don't have to make songs for 5-10 years. Whenever I want to do it, I'm still going to be registered with the government with that EIN number. So go, once again, You're going to go, right? You're going to go here. And listen, go to the right one. If you go to the wrong one, you're going to get scammed. So you're going to go to the search, right? You see it says, see this one say EIN application, that's a scam. That ETA Act, that's a scam. You see all these say IRS, these are all scams. The one you're looking for is going to say IRS Gov. IRS Gov. See these three? You got to go to the one say IRS Gov. Don't go to none of the other ones, they'll scam you. Don't go to the state one. This you going to the federal government. It's going to say IRS Gov. Employer identification number. You're going to hit that. And then it say you can get an EIN for free directly from the IRS in minutes. It's going to take you a couple minutes. They're going to download it. Then you go apply online. This is going to take you to the next page. And when you scroll down, you're going to see this blue right here. Get an EIN number. Apply for an EIN. Okay? I don't know if this is changing. So let me make sure this is changing, because I don't know if it's changing where y'all is at. Now no, it wasn't changing. So this is where you're going to end up on this page right here. You're going to end up on this page right here. Right? And you see this blue? Apply for an EIN. Get your EIN straight from the IRS in minutes. And when you hit this, they're closed today. When they're open, you're going to see the thing. You're going to put the name of your business. Boom. It's going to say download it. And it's going to have you download it right then. And it's going to send you a copy in the mail. And now your business is registered with the United States government, right? Their hours of operation are, they told me to hit that for the hours of operation. The hours of operation, this tool is available Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. So 7 a.m. New York time to 10 p.m. New York time, you can apply for your EIN. And now you have the tax number to your new business, and you are official. If you do all these things I told you in this live, you are official. Just like that. You're rocking and rolling. You're official like a referee with a whistle. And then take your time and then figure out how to invest your money. Don't invest no money first. Get all the business lined up. Don't jump out the window, start trying to go into business. You don't have your EIN. You don't have your trademark. You don't have your logo. Take your time and get that stuff first. Because once you get that stuff, you set in stone. You can be in business forever. Your children can be in business. Your grandchildren can be in business. Because a business could die out and then reemerge with a whole different product. So you could be selling like hair products, making good money. You selling combs and stuff, and it die down. Then 3-4 years later, they come out with a whole new comb and some new stuff, and you just get that product, advertise it, sell out. because you still got the EIN and you still own that business. You're going to pay for your domain name once a year, your little $34, $40. Every so often it'll go up. It might go up to $50. You pay that every year. So at any time you can, so even if you close your website, you still own www.whateverit.com. So I could close down my Vegan Intel website, but I'm going to keep owning www.veganintel.com in case I want to open it back up. So if I want to start just selling church stuff on Shopify, I'll just close the website, sell stuff on Shopify, and if I want to get the website back, I still own the domain name. I can get the website anytime as long as you own the domain name. That's what's going to make you be able to have the website. All right? So send this to anybody you know that's going into business, and you're going to be straight. And then all them experts telling you to do all that stuff to get your credit up and all that, you can listen if you want to, but a lot of them people telling you how to get credit, they're going to get you in handcuffs. They're going to get you in handcuffs. All that Navy Federal, a bunch of brothers just got arrested for the Navy Federal scam. A lot of that stuff is hocus pocus. You don't mess around and go to prison because they be telling you to lie. You can't be telling the government you got this and you don't got it. You know what I'm saying? If they find out you ain't got it, you going to prison. You cannot be scamming. They don't call it scamming, but it's scamming. You lying to boost your credit score. You can't do that. You got to boost your credit score the right way and pay all your credit off and don't use it for like 3, 4, 5 months. It's going to shoot right up to 7. Your credit shoot right up, scam. All you got to do is pay it off. That's it. I have some credit cards and use them, and I don't feel like paying them. They be like, your credit card late. I don't give them nothing. Don't matter, because all I got to do is one day send them 2,000, them 2,000, them 2,000, pay everybody up, sit back. They're going to say, oh, your credit score is 7. Oh, your credit score is 750. It's going to go right back up. Stop letting them fool you because your credit went down. It'll go right back up. It'll go right back up. All you got to do is just give them all the money and just sit there and let it sit there. It jump right back up. They're making you think it's the end of the world. That's not. You get some money, you pay everybody off, and you wait 2 months, and your credit score right back up. It's going to go right back up immediately. So if you got a bunch of credit cards, they all paid up, your money get tight, go use them. That's what you got them for. And if your credit score to go down, don't worry about that. Wait till you get your money back, pay them off. It's going to go right back up. What difference does it make? It's going to go right back up. It's not the end of the world. They're talking about bad credit. Bad credit don't last number 2 months if you pay them. That is shoot right back up. Quick. All you got to do is pay them and leave them credit cards full. Fill them credit cards up and leave them there. You got a credit card for $3,000 and you owe them $500. All you got to do is give them the $500. Wait a couple months, you shoot right back up. You got to remember, credit cards is their money. They're giving you their money to play with. So what the hell you care? Go spend their money and give them back to it when you feel like it. What they going to do about it? Because when you put the money back on the credit card, it's going right back in your wallet. So what difference does it make? You're not paying nothing off. You put it back in your wallet. If your credit card, if you got $10,000 on your credit card and you owe 2, and you got 5, but you don't want to give them the 2, why? Give them the 2. It's going right back in your wallet. It's going from one side of your wallet where the money at, back into that credit card. Duh. You're not paying them nothing. You put it back on your card. You're not paying them. You're never paying them. You're not paying the credit card company. You're putting the money back in your pocket, back on your credit card. That's all. If you think like that, you won't mind giving it to them. You're like, oh, I'm not giving it to them. I'm putting it back on the card. Wow. So you ain't going to mind paying it. Yeah, let me pay this credit card because it ain't going nowhere. It's going from my money to my card. What's the difference? $300 cash, $300 on the card. It's the same 300. Think about it. See, I don't want you to know that. They got you thinking you paying them. You're not paying them. You're not paying them nothing. They get their little interest. There don't be no money. You're putting that money back in your pocket, but you're putting it on the card. That's it. Why are you scared to put the money back in your pocket on the card? You still got it. Just go use it back. You know what I'm saying? You're like, well, Pharaoh, I got to pay $500. I don't want to put on the card. Put on the card and then use the 500. And they say, oh, your card went back down. Oh, oops, well, I'll put it back. You know what I'm saying? Don't be letting them people stress you. Talk about your credit low. Your credit low, and you mad because your credit low. And if your credit high, all you're going to do is go get a bunch of stuff on credit. How is that a great thing? To get more in debt with more credit, and you think you're doing something. Man, my credit score high. I went and got more stuff on credit. Is that a win? Man, my credit score high, so I owe them more. I went and made sure I owe them more. I'm rolling. What? You owe them more. You went. I guess that's a win if you owe a lot of money and you bought some stuff but you owe for it. I guess that's a win if you believe that's a win. That don't sound like a win to me. You know, it sounds like you just fooling yourself, making yourself thinking you doing something you ain't doing. You ain't doing nothing. You just going around and around like a chicken with his head cut off. So that's that. Don't be afraid to go into business. And you don't have to go into business when you start a business. You can start a business and take your time actually going into business. Don't feel like you got to start it and you got to jump in. You don't. You can start it. You can start a business right now. You can have all your paperwork and you can have everything except your website. You can have your domain and all that. You don't want to pay for no website until you get ready to start selling stuff, right? So you got the domain name, but you ain't got the website. You ain't got the merchandise, so you don't worry about the website. And then you ready to go next March. And then next March you launch. It ain't costing you nothing. Boom, you ready for business. You ain't got to worry about nobody getting your name because your name is going to be the most valuable thing. You got your name. You winning. You got your name. You own your name to your business. If you get your domain name and you get your trademark, you winning. Now you can sit back and plan your line of attack with your merchandise or whatever type of business you're trying to do. And you ain't got to worry about jumping the business out there and then got to backtrack and get the trademark. Because brothers is out here and people's out here now, if you start beefing with somebody, they'll go trademark your business and take it from you. We got a brother here named 16 Shot Him, and he beefing with another YouTuber. He went and bought that man trademark. Yep, 16 Shot Him is beefing with DJU TV. And 16 Shot Him went and bought his logo, trademarked his logo. They playing dirty. So you better go get your logos because your enemy will go buy it and put you out of business. Take your business from you. Facts. So that's why over the next 4 months, I'm trademarking everything I came up with. Because people are going to steal your trademark, put you out of business, send you a cease and desist. Tell you can't use this YouTube channel no more because I bought that. I trademarked that. You're like, what? For real. This the new war going on. They buying people's trademark. It's weak, but that's what they doing. All right. So listen, I hope y'all learned something from that. You know the deal. Be your own boss, even if you still work for somebody. At least you're only a boss some of the time. At least you're only a worker some of the time. You like, yeah, I'm a worker till I get home, then I'm a boss again because I'm going to go and work on my stuff. So, you know, you could be an employee and a boss. You know what I'm saying? You could be an employee and a boss. So I'll be here as soon as I figure out what I'm going to talk about for step 2. And we're going to talk about step 2 to help you all out. What's going on, Loopy? Right? So send this to everybody. This is valuable information. If you're doing any type of business, if you're not taking these steps, if you haven't trademarked your company, if you haven't bought your domain name, you ain't really doing real business. Somebody gonna take your business from you. And you're gonna go and you're gonna try to get www whatever, it's gonna be gone. Or you're gonna get a cease and desist on your own business where somebody else trademarked it. You got to trademark your business or it ain't yours. Whoever trademarked it, that's whose business it is. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? Positive energy all the time. You know what I'm saying? If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense.